Many women after 50 years and older don't realize that osteoporosis is one of the most serious conditions that you really can imagine, because this is probably number one reason almost disability for the woman after 50 years and older. And one of the critical mistakes that you make each day is going to be thinking that calcium is just enough for your good quality strong bones. And calcium is not enough after the age of 50. And this is one of the biggest reasons why so many women continue to lose bone density and develop osteoporosis even though they are taking supplements every single day. Because the real problem is not simply how much calcium you take, but whether your body is actually able to absorb it, regulate it, and use it in the right way inside your bones. And this is where most people make critical mistakes without even realizing it. They focus only on increasing calcium intake, believing that more calcium automatically means stronger bones. But the human body does not work that way. And this is so crucial to understand and watch my video till the end. I'm going to explain everything that you need to know about calcium and how you can properly protect your bones in the safe and natural way. After age of 50, especially in women, the system of body begins to change significantly. Estrogen levels start to decline, which directly accelerate bone breakdown. Digestion becomes weaker, which reduces the absorption of the key nutrients, and the chronic low-grade inflammation begins to increase, silently damaging bone structure over time. So even if you take calcium every day, your body may not be able to properly absorb it, and even if it does absorb it, it may not be able to direct it into the bones where it's needed. Instead, the calcium may simply pass through your system without effect, or in some cases accumulate in the place where it should not be, such as blood vessels and the soft tissue. And one of the biggest reasons for this is, of course, you don't have any kind of knowledge about osteoporosis, nutrition and natural remedies, especially your doctors never tell you about this. And this is why I'm here to help you to understand proper mechanism of calcium, and especially in protecting against osteoporosis. The reason for this is very simple, but almost never properly explained. Bones are not made only of calcium. Bones are living dynamic tissue that constantly rebuilds and renews itself. And this process is far more complex than most people think. At every moment in our life, your body is breaking down old bone and replacing it with the new bones. And for that process to work properly, it needs much more than just minerals. Your bones are built on structured matrix that gives them strength, flexibility and resistance. And calcium is only one of the components of that structure, but it cannot form strong bones on its own. It needs to be supported, transported, and properly integrated into matrix. And for this to happen, your body must first digest the nutrients to consume, then absorb them through the intestines, and finally deliver them through the bloodstream to the exact places where they needed. So this is one of the main reasons why you have osteoporosis after the age of 50 and no one explains you. It's going to be poor digestion, and you destroy your digestion, especially with the decades of poor nutrition, you lack of proper nutrition, proper minerals, vitamins, and especially if you take a large quantity of chemical medication each day. Usually that is the case, and after the age of 50 you are in much trouble, and that is why developing osteoporosis is so much common in this modern woman after 50 years and older. And this is why simply taking calcium does not guarantee strong bones. The body has to recognize it, absorb it, and place it correctly within the bone structure. Without coordinated process, calcium remains unchewed or ineffective. So the real reason is not how much calcium you take, but how well your body can actually use it to rebuild it and maintaining strong bones. And I'm going to give you my protocol, how I work with my patients, and this is also really going to help you a lot with your protection against osteoporosis. Please listen to me very carefully. This is so important part of the video. This is where most people make critical mistake. They focused almost entirely on increasing calcium intake, believing that more calcium automatically means stronger bones, but at the same time they completely ignore the factors that control how calcium is actually processed, absorbed and used inside the body. The human body does not simply take calcium and place it in the bones. There is a very precise system that determines how much calcium is absorbed, how it's transported, and where it ultimately ends up. If that system is not worked properly, that even large amount of calcium will not give you expected result. And well, what really can help you to move your calcium into the body, help them put it directly in your bones, of course, is going to be another minerals and other vitamins. And this is three most important things that you will need to remember in today's video. Without sufficient vitamin D, calcium absorption is significantly reduced, which means that a large portion of the calcium you consume never enters your bloodstream. It simply passes through the body without being used. Without magnesium, calcium cannot be properly regulated, and those two minerals must work together in balance, and when their balance is disrupted, calcium cannot perform its role effectively without bone structure. And without vitamin K2, calcium is not properly directed into the bones where it's needed. Instead of being incorporated into the bone's tissue, it remains circulating in the body without clear purpose. This is why many people take calcium consistently for the years and still experience bone loss. The issue is not always the lack of calcium, but the lack of coordination in the system that you use. That's why it's so crucial to understand you really need for protecting yourself against osteoporosis minimum vitamin K2, vitamin D, calcium and magnesium. Those four things are main. If you lack any of those key nutrients, you are in the much risk of getting osteoporosis at the age of 50. How you will take those kind of minerals and vitamins? Of course, with proper food or good quality supplements. If you want to learn a lot more about osteoporosis, especially about most important vitamins that really can help you, watch my video right here. Thank you for following my viewers. See you in the next video. Bye bye. For the last 26 years, I'm helping patients all around the world to overcome chronic conditions, and my core specialty is going to be help you overcome spine chronic conditions like herniated discs, sciatica, and similar kind of degenerative disease of the spine. Also, my core specialty is going to help you overcome knee osteoarthritis, hip osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, osteoporosis, and similar kind of joint problems. And this is something I work extensively for almost 30 years. And here's what most people don't realize. Those conditions are often treated for the years with pain medications, injections and surgeries, but the root cause is almost never addressed. That's why the pain keeps returning and conditions slowly getting worse. And my MarioLab protocols are completely different. They are rooted in the modern medicine like physical therapy and rehabilitations, and most important part is going to be nutrition and natural remedies. And those my programs really can help you. And if you, for any country in the world, you can call my MarioLab Center in Zagreb, Croatia on the phone number +385 98 9179 200. My programs are created 100% individualized based on conditions, medical findings and long-term goals. And you can come to my office, you can call my private phone consultations. I really believe I can help you.